here we go. Hello and welcome into the Section 109 podcast. Here from Studio Breezy, we have both Mix and Toby. We have the GOAT, Bobble Juan. We have some drinks to toast some CFC legends. Once a blue, always a blue for sure. And I am joined, as usual, by Matthew.
What's up?
And Jim. And today we're going to say some farewells, some maybe farewells, some happy trails, and honor some guys that wore the blue this season. You boys ready?
Let's do it.
Sure.
All right. Let's start, Matthew, with wherever you want to start, because you have the show doc in front of you.
I do. We're going to start with players that played one season. And we're going to go in reverse order if you guys have seen the note that I've sent around. So first up, his loan is expiring. And he's going back to DC United. And we'll see what happens from there. It's the mid-season loan signing, Gavin Turner.
Gavin. Man, so normally, as is our custom, I don't know if it's weird to applaud, I feel like, but first of all, cheers to Gavin to a very good season. Cheers, boys. This is the Weller.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which one?
this is the Weller 107. This is the good. This is the finishing the bottle of the good stuff. Several years of this. The Pappy-ish one. It's not Pappy, but
I won't
you
add
can put it. You can put ice if you want.
I won't add ice to this one.
What a man.
We'll start out. We'll start out strong.
So as is our custom when we say these goodbyes, we usually just whoever has a moment or two or whatever that wants to share memories, and then we kind of move on from there. So for Gavin, I will never forget seeing in person in Philadelphia that missile that he just launched into the top corner from 40 yards away or whatever it was, and that was a holy shit moment. You don't get that very often. That one could have won goal of the year. It was, I don't think, even in the running at the end of the thing, but that's on their error, not mine. So I'll start with that being one of the memories that I will never forget. And also, man, like that's our first real big time loan from MLS, and it really paid dividends. A guy that started all year and played a lot of really important minutes.
Yeah, that was also his first start for CFC.
No wonder it was so in my memory. Yeah.
Well, you took a good one, so I'll go with when he decided to bring the 90s back, and
I almost went with this.
and to bleach his hair.
Oh, that's come on. It wasn't blue, but
It was awesome.
No, it was still really awesome.
His pregame fits were also like wonderfully 90s. Those super bag. Him and Yuval had the super baggiest pants of all time.
Yeah, I can't. I have a terrible memory for individual things. I mean, I just don't remember individual things. I just remember him. The midfield was just different when he came. I mean, we needed something. Alex had been out, and the midfield just changed when he came.
We were talking about this
Before you got here, yeah.
off the podcast, but just Gavin's ability to run.
Yeah.
And that there's a theme of that throughout a lot of the summer acquisitions, but just his ability to run and to be in a position to do something. It sounds kind of trivial, but like that was super important for us. We were not the most athletic team last year and this year.
Both years.
And the 2025 season. And
both
he was a big reason why we started like getting a little bit closer to average in that department, and it was super helpful.
What Jim said, he really changed our midfield.
Yeah, it was really, really noticeable. You wonder what's going to happen. You think a player coming from a loan from an MLS team is going to make a big difference, but you never really know. And I mean, it was just, I won't say it was night and day, but there was a noticeable difference in how we were able to play.
Yes.
When he came, and because it was, I don't know, when was his first, what was his first start?
His first start was at Philadelphia in July.
Okay. Yeah.
First game was at home against Chicago. Came off the bench.
I'll also add the 4-2 win against Crown Legacy where we came back from 2-0. And it's the end of the game. He comes in as a sub. He beats two guys. We're already up 3-2, but we've just gone up 3-2. And like it kind of feels precarious. And he beats two guys. He's probably the only guy on the field that could beat two guys. And he beats him by himself. Mango points where he wants the ball.
Oh, yeah.
He slides the ball perfectly and Mango chips him.
Yeah.
And it was one of those where like we closed out a game. And that was awesome, man.
Yeah. Gavin finishes with 1 goal and 2 assists in 13 matches. 11 of those were starts, and it added up to 973 minutes by my count. So a solid body of work. You got to remember, this is a guy that 18 years old. He signed his first DC United contract in preseason, and right before he came to CFC, he made an appearance off the bench
In MLS.
In MLS, he got his MLS debut, and then got loaned down to us. So, Gavin, best of luck.
Best of luck. Once a blue, always a blue.
Your career path may maybe look a little different than a lot of the guys you were teammates with.
Potentially.
But just
How old is he now?
he's 18.
He hasn't even turned 19 yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can look that up.
Yeah, well, you're 19 until you turn 18. I mean, you're
18 till you turn 19.
Yeah.
So, but like, he's MLS contract. So, best of luck and whatever happens next. Maybe a return on loan.
That would be sick.
That would be great.
Or also, like, DC United might go fire everybody. So, go break into the first team.
Might be starting, yeah. All right, Matthew, who's next?
Next up on our list is going to be an April signing. He's listed as a camp invite, a training camp invitee. It's Colin Thomas. Colin, let's do the backgrounds first, because that seems like a smarter way to do this. Colin made 14 appearances this year. 7 of them were starts. 517 minutes total. He took a season-ending injury in the first half of the Atlanta away game in September, on the original date that it was played, which was before the makeup date. I don't remember exactly what it was that he did, but it didn't look good. And
I just remember him hobbling off the field.
Yeah.
That was a bummer.
Yeah, and that was his season right there. He debuted, I think, in either end of April, beginning of May, somewhere in there. Was mostly used off the bench for the first little stretch, and then started getting a bunch of starts.
2 starts, 3 starts?
He had 7.
7. Wow, that's more than I remembered. I remembered him. He had some starts. I didn't remember it was 7. Wow, good for him. And he really came out of nowhere because we were so thin at wing, and we knew he had been around.
Yeah, he was on the field with Justin Vazzaro at tryouts.
Yeah, and then
and then got hurt and had to leave preseason, and took a little bit of time to get back, and then he earned his spot, and honestly, like, became kind of like semi-important for a stretch there.
absolutely became important.
Like his running, like just the willingness to run in behind.
The willingness to press. He was very good in the press.
Pressing. He was able to, like, his timing for runs. We had trouble a lot of the season when we wanted to go in behind, and run long and in behind. I thought we had a lot of trouble making those connect, not being, constantly being offside. And I thought on the occasions that we were actually able to do this, especially post Peter's injury, a big part of that was Colin getting the timing right. And his teammates, whoever's playing the ball, getting the timing right. And I will until I put this out of my mind, hopefully this offseason, I will always wonder what would have happened in that Crown Legacy home game had the referee had the balls to call dogso on the defender when Colin was in behind. Clear cut situation. And if I'm going to give a memory for Colin, it's going to be laying his body on the line in Orlando. In a moment, in a box scramble, deep dead into the doldrums of stoppage time, which ended up being the Nathan Kohler equalizer, and then a subsequent shootout win that kick-started our season again. That does not happen without Colin just going 1,000 miles an hour trying to do something, and he got pulverized for it and actually had to come out of the game.
I remember.
You know, it would be really beneficial for a podcast like this. Full match replays on YouTube or MLS Next Pro.
You know, maybe we'll get lucky because the end of the season was mostly
I
on
don't know
YouTube.
if anybody listens to this. I doubt anyone from, Chucky or who's the Ali? Who's the new?
Ollie Curtis?
Yeah, I doubt they listen to us. But on the
I hope for their sake they don't.
on the slim chance that they do, let me make my semi-daily request that we have full match replays available somewhere online. It doesn't have to be on your website. Put them on YouTube.
Agreed.
Also, Ollie, if you do listen to this, call us because we'd love to have you on.
Have your people get with our people.
Yeah.
There's people that know how to get a hold of us. Well, yeah, I will always remember the running, the relentless running in a period of time in particular in the season where we didn't have the legs to run because everyone was hurt.
Yep.
And he was an absolute godsend during that period of time because he just gave us life. And yeah, man, I know he's got a camp invite, so this might be just...
Yeah, I mean, I would assume the option got declined because of, how can you evaluate a guy that's had a season-ending injury like that?
For sure.
Yeah.
And we're saying goodbye and happy trails to all the guys that have camp invites, and then if they come back, cool. But he's in that list.
Yeah.
But
cheers.
Cheers. Once a blue, always a blue. It's a little hot.
Ooh, spicy.
Spicy.
so spicy?
Why is it so spicy? Yeah. It's a little extra proof, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's delicious.
What is that, 100?
107.
107.
It's my favorite, man. And then feel free to do whatever you want with those other ones.
I think I'm going to crack this ginger ale right here.
Do it.
Yeah, next one's going to be cut by something.
Yeah, take that ginger ale and little Colonel E.H. Taylor or whatever you want.
That one stays on the tongue.
Yeah, it's my absolute
It's
favorite.
nice, though. Tastes really good.
It is hotter.
It is a little pappy-ish.
It's that weeded bourbon. We're drinking. This is Weller 107 for the bourbon heads out there, which it's my personal favorite. If I could only drink one for the rest of my life, this would be the one.
Nice. It is nice.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Also with a preseason camp invite, it's Xavier Rimpel. Xavier joined us also in July, I believe, this summer. And
Did you wear an X on your shirt?
I wore an X on my quarter zip here. That's not even a zip for Xavier University, not Xavier. It's just Xavier. And in honor of basketball season starting up on Monday night, we host Marist.
What's basketball?
It's the sport that I watch as a pure fan.
Shooty hoops.
It is. I am a nerd. Everyone knows that about me. I cannot divorce watching soccer from nerdhood, except for the MLS playoffs, which I am watching, if only
What?
so I can
Who?
have something to.
Are they still playing?
If only so I can have something to watch at night after Maddie falls asleep.
You could watch Tottenham.
It would be better for me to go to sleep too, but I
just
don't want to
saying.
fall asleep at 4 p.m.
Just saying. They have full match replays of Tottenham games.
Yeah, but we don't need to concern ourselves with that kind of thing. Possibly the worst team to ever be third in the table at any given time. No, so Xavier basketball for me is the fun, happy sport to watch, where I have just pure fandom, which means I can get mad at referees. I'm good with that. I can get mad at players because they're 21 and I don't know their name. And that's true. I don't even know, literally, I couldn't tell you a starting five. No idea. I know the head coach's name. That's a good start.
Yeah.
And
So you just old man yells at the TV.
yeah, by the end of November, I should have a basic idea of who's on the team, partially.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be good. Anyway,
Yeah,
back
I
to
don't pay attention to that until end of February.
Who's your team, Jim?
My college basketball team?
Yeah.
Alabama.
Okay.
I mean,
I didn't know. I genuinely didn't know. I wasn't trying to start anything there.
I mean,
You kind of are a basketball school now.
oh, yeah, we are. Yeah. Hopefully this year's the year.
It's weird when Auburn and Alabama are both good at basketball.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I'm not saying you're going to be this year. Who knows? But
Who knows?
last year, you guys were both good, and it was very strange.
yeah, it was.
all
All right, back to Xavier.
Back to Xavier. 7 games. He started once, 141 minutes. I mean, like, 6 of those games were off the bench. Oftentimes, 80th minute or later sub for some legs at the end of games. And honestly, for penalties, because I think that's going to be your, I think that's going to be your thing.
Yeah, so my memory will be just him hitting cold penalties and either doing the X or I think one time he might have done the Cole Palmer. Like he hit 3, I think 2 or 3, nailed him, and he didn't play a lot of minutes, so
Yeah.
like that's kind of my memory of him, and very very good hair. Like it's fun.
That was going to be mine.
Sorry, I took them both. It's fun when a player has a look, and he has a look.
Yeah.
Like he has a unique look, a unique way of like being, like definitely some swag on those penalties in particular, and like yeah, that'll be a thing I remember.
Yeah, I would like if he's back. I really would like to see that year 1 to year 2 kind of
Jump.
He's how many minutes you said?
141.
Fewer than 200. So
Not even 290s.
yeah, so
It's hard to evaluate a guy on that
yeah,
few
it
minutes.
really is. It really is. But he's got the size and like you said, he's got that look. So we're going to need goals.
The
I know
hair
we're
game's super
I
important.
know we're not talking about analytics, but
We do need more goals. We can
We
always
need
use more
goals.
goals, analytics or not.
we need goals. Yeah. But we really need goals.
But to Xavier, if you're back, obviously welcome back. If not, cheers, happy trails. Once a blue, always a blue. Thanks for your service.
Cheers. Will you hand me that?
This one here. Mm-hmm. Oh, pour yourself a little scotch, buddy.
Oh,
That's spicy scotch, so you don't have to. You can do whatever you want with it.
I felt like I'd need to do my service to
It's Isla.
help
Isla
clean
whiskey.
your
We are cleaning We're killing 2 bottles.
we're
cart
gonna
here.
kill that bottle. I'm gonna need a ride home.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We're probably not killing that bottle, but if we do, I will call you an Uber. I will pay for the Uber.
Yeah. I am a lightweight, y'all. So
I at this point I am too. I've not drank much.
How about I get the next player going?
Please do.
yeah, please. Yeah.
The next player is JP Philpott.
JP. Well, we saw him in preseason for a half.
Yes.
I saw him in a lot of winning teams on the
I don't even
internet.
track, I
the
don't
7
even track
aside.
preseason minutes, so I don't know.
All good. But he didn't make an appearance in the regular season. So there's no stats to talk about.
Yeah, our third goalkeeper in a season where our first goalkeeper was healthy all year,
Played every single minute.
and so there's just not much to really know there. I did see a couple comments. I do want to shout this out. He did some work with the academy this year,
Let's go.
and I saw a few comments about how these people's kids really enjoyed having him as involved in the academy, coaching, goalkeeper training, whatever it was.
I like to see
So-
that. I like to see that. I love to see. our
I love
players.
it when the guys get involved.
Yeah.
Here in
that
Chattanooga,
regard.
it's as important or more important than on the field.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's especially with what we're trying to do with the academy. It's great to see those guys, get some time with the young ones.
And in the community, like, he wasn't playing. I would imagine he wasn't dressing a lot of games. Like, he was in the stands.
Yeah.
So I would assume he also probably did more work than the average player in the community because he probably got put out on those assignments, which we never heard anything bad. And hearing that, like, they loved him means he took those seriously and really, like, did the CFC thing. So
Yeah.
happy trails, JP.
Yeah, I think he's 22 now.
He's only 22.
I think so.
It's young for a
Holy
keeper.
moly! I thought he was older.
No. He
Wow.
He only did a year to maybe 2 years at UNC. He went overseas for a year and a half. Did the backstretch at Birmingham at the end of last year. Now it's time to go get a job.
Yeah.
And try to become a number 2 somewhere, maybe a number 1 at the right environment. He's a big, strong keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cheers to you, Mr. Philpott. Once a blue, always a blue. Wish we could have seen more of you. I didn't realize he was so young. Now I really expect to see him go somewhere and potentially get some minutes. Yeah, thank you for your undying, unwavering support to CFC, man.
No, you're good.
That was a really good thing.
You could finish that. I'm not a Scotch person.
You want the rest of this?
Sure.
Cheers, JP. Next one up is still in the 1 season category is Nick Mendonça.
All right, I gotta go straight with a memory before you give the things.
Okay.
That man has the greatest earring game of anyone that's ever played for CFC. He has the blingiest fucking earrings. They're the best. I think I commented on them to him. He had to think I was obsessed with them about after every game. Like, man, the vibes were immaculate, and I will very much miss him off the field. He always showed his face. He was always there. When there were times where there was less players because it was, there wasn't as many. Like, it was an after the game, we were in a rough stretch, and it was all at Naked River when all the Naked River stuff was going on. I think he showed up every single time that I saw, and I just really, really, really valued that. And I thought he was a really good dude. I'll miss that.
I appreciate him for carrying on the Brazilian tradition at CFC.
Hell yeah.
We've gotten a little away from that, and he carried the torch, and very appreciative of that. He played in 27 games in all competitions, 18 starts, comes out to about 1,748 minutes.
Big contributor.
Yeah.
I think that was 8th. Don't quote me, but I think it's 8th on the team this year. So a large contributor. His option was declined, and I think, let's see, what would be a good, for me, I love the way he came in and just made the job his own, as the 6. And, there was a small stretch there where Stevie was getting some starts in the middle of the season. And I don't know if that was the plan. I don't know if he was, if Nick wasn't playing as well and Stevie was, whatever it was. And Nick just battled back and won that spot back for a while. And his minutes tailed off a little bit down the stretch. And so I think, you and I thought that this might happen. But yeah, I thought he was a gamer. He was a battler. He left it all on the pitch. Mm-hmm. You'd see him flying around trying to influence the game. He was always one for a slide tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew was always terrified he was going to get a red, and
always
he never
terrified.
did. He never did.
No,
that's
no,
what
he
you want
didn't.
from your 6, though. You want the 6. You want them to have some orange cards in them.
Yeah, you wanted to make your butthole pucker just a little bit. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
That was Nick. That was Nick for me. So
yeah, the physical presence I think in the defensive midfield is. I think he was the physical presence in the midfield.
He was for a lot of the season.
Yeah,
he was a tone setter.
Stevie's just not that type of DM. He was the more the enforcer type.
I also thought he really, that last 6 games of the season or so, once Luke came in, I thought he was a reinvented player when he was just like seek and destroy. And I thought he had a really nice finish to the season. He wasn't starting every game, obviously, but when he was playing next to Luke, I thought he was really good. And yeah, I'm grateful for his contribution this year, and I'll miss him on the field because I think he was very helpful and very useful. He's a guy that won an MLS Next Pro Cup last year with Dallas.
Yeah.
And then so I think we'll miss a little bit of that leadership, and we'll have a little bit of void there to fill. But also, I'll just miss off the field because I think he really got it. I think he understood what CFC was. I think he understood the connection to the fans. And yeah, cheers, Nick. Happy trails. Once a blue, always a blue, man. We'll miss you. Thanks for everything.
All right, next one up is Ethan Dudley. Ethan first appeared for CFC as a starter in the Atlanta United game in preseason.
Yeah.
Prompting a lot of questions of who is that guy?
Well, you know why? Because those Atlanta announcers kept dropping hints and talking about number 30 the entire fucking game. And so the little peek behind the curtain there is the reason they did that is because they were asked not to reveal who our trialists were. Why the fuck we do that, I don't know. But we do. It's a thing. We don't talk about who trialists are publicly.
But who does?
Some teams do. Some teams name their trialists. I just think it's dumb.
A lot don't.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. I'm not here to quibble about that. I'm just making a comment that I think that is a little bit dumb. But point being is, like, be a fucking professional, guys who announce the Atlantic thing, and don't like throw hints and talk. They just like talk about it the whole time.
That was Longshore. Right?
It was Longshore on somebody.
Yeah.
And that's because he played for Atlanta United too the previous year.
But they just made a mockery of it, and it bothered me. He rules. They drool.
Dudley made 10 starts, had 19 appearances, 959 minutes on the season.
He had a long stretch where he was just the starter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a long. Really, he played a lot of minutes in the first half of the season.
Yeah.
And I think there was an injury in there at some point too, that took him out of contention for a while. And by the time he came back, I think that things were just mostly settled in terms of the back line, playing a double pivot, so you only have 2 center backs. But yeah, Dudley's contract was a 1 year with no option, and CFC is not going to renew it.
Or not. It doesn't say he's in negotiations because the club was nice enough to say who's in negotiations. That also may mean, just so everyone knows, it may mean that we're not interested as a club. It also may mean that he's not interested, that he's going somewhere else and has something worked out, right? Like, it takes 2 parties to sign a contract when there's no option.
Yeah.
So we don't really know obviously the ins and outs of why he's leaving, only that he is.
Yeah. I really appreciated how well Ethan read games when he was playing center back. His ability to anticipate a moment and intercept a ball was really, really good. And I think it was incredibly valuable in terms of helping us get points in the beginning part of the season, before our downturn in form. And yeah, he's just a good dude off the field. And I saw on his Instagram stories, he was making the most of his last little stretch here in town, getting on the golf course.
I saw that
with some of the guys. Yeah, so best of luck. I think he spent a little time at Crown Legacy, now Atlanta United 2, now CFC. I suspect that there's surely going to be a job for him somewhere in pro soccer.
Yeah, because I don't know that I would mind seeing him in as depth for the center backs, next year for us. But whether that happens or not,
it
it's
appears
likely not to happen.
It appears unlikely based on the wording of the release.
I got two quick moments. First of all, some of his pregame fits were like, I think, Atlanta Braves, which I enjoyed. And then the other one was he had a block late on in the season, a really good block when he'd come in as a sub, and Eldon grabbed him, screamed in his ear, shook him, pushed him while the ball was still in play. It was such a good block. And it was just a wonderful teammate moment, and a really wonderful block, and good reading of the game. And yeah, man,
unfortunately, our center backs had to do that a lot.
they did have to do that a lot. But boy, am I glad that they did that a lot. And yeah, happy trails, man. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if we see him in our division, just because he's already played for 3 of the 3 teams in the division.
Carolina Core, step up.
Carolina Core or Huntsville next, right? But cheers, Ethan. Thank you for everything, brother. Happy trails. Once a blue, always a blue. And I hope we don't see you against us, but if we do,
we'll say hi.
we'll see your lanky ass heading balls away like a salmon. Who's next?
Next up is Mike Bleeker. Mike was also a
Very similar to Colin Thomas on his story.
April-ish. Is that
early?
early? Maybe May. I don't remember, to be honest. I'm close. He was an outside back / center back, depth signing. Played in 2 matches this year. They were back to back. One was at Orlando in June. The other was at home against Inter Miami. And those were the only 2 matches he played in. I think there was an injury in there at one point in time because he was unavailable, not even dressing for long stretches of the season. We saw him at the season ticket holders open practice ahead of the playoff game, that he was off to the side. He wasn't involved in training at all. And
I know he didn't sign originally out of camp, I was told, very similar to Colin Thomas, who they liked him
because he got hurt
in camp as well. So he had a kind of a similar lead up through the season where he signed on a similar timeline to Colin as well, where they'd had him in camp and he'd had an injury and they weren't going to sign him till like we're sure he was fully fit and they could see him a little bit more and this, that, and the other.
So, there's not a lot for us to go on in terms of Mike on the field. He did win a national championship with Vermont.
He did. He also ran very hard, which I appreciated. He was definitely a hustle guy. In the 2 appearances, I didn't get to see him. Did he start one of the games? No. So yeah, I do remember him running very hard, and I appreciate effort. And he looked like a high effort guy. And I wish I had more like on the field moments to honor him with.
Yeah.
But cheers, happy trail. Once a blue, always a blue. He's on a camp invite.
He's on a camp invite.
So maybe we'll see him again, perhaps. But if we don't, thank you, brother. Thanks for your contributions.
This scotch is pretty good.
Scotchy.
It's very scotchy.
It's an Isla Scotch, so it's very smoky.
It's
peaty. It's peaty.
It's like eating peat.
It is.
Moss.
I liked it before I liked bourbon, and now like I don't really like it anymore. So I've had that bottle for probably 5 years. And it was a lovely bottle, and I'm happy for what it gave me. And I will probably never buy out. I may buy a bottle of Isla again, but
Scotch is a tough one.
Yeah, I'm a weak American. I like bourbon, but it's
like you gotta really want some Scotch.
I prefer bourbon now, but there was a time where like Scotch was my introduction to whiskey in general, and I liked Isla Scotches. I liked peaty Scotches.
Next up, we move to the 2 seasons category.
Let's go.
Players that played, in this case, 2024 and 2025 with CFC.
One is nodding.
And up first is going to be Callum Watson. Callum made, let me get this right. Where is it? Callum ended up exactly on 50 appearances. The playoff game was his 50th appearance. He came away with 1 goal that was on decision day against Red Bulls last year. I think he ended up with a couple assists in a couple assists. Those were both last year as well. He had a little bit of an injury issue last year. He was out for 2.5, basically 3 months, with some knee issues, and I think he also played through some stuff this year. He was an incredibly important contributor to this team this year, especially. Flexible as well. I think in an ideal world, he would have been kind of the more static 10 with Alex McGrath as your kind of shuttler piece, with a 6, underneath them. I think Alex's injury really changed how Callum needed to be used.
Yeah.
It took him further away from goal. We were in a 3-4-3 for large stretches of the first half of the year. And so he was kind of playing in that two-way midfield role, away from goal, away from where he could really influence the game with a final ball. But when Callum was good this year, he was just dictating tempo, keeping things on track, helping us keep a little bit of possession. And that was super, super important. And then once Gavin arrived, then Callum's role was much more of a, let Gavin run around and kind of keep things moving on schedule.
So
he played pretty deep for a while.
He did. And look, Callum has pretty supreme technical ability. And he was, in portion of the season, because we had definitely different seasons within our season, he was much more of a metronome kind of guy. Mm-hmm. Keep it circulating, keep it moving, move the ball into space, put the ball, and he was really, when he was good, when he was on, when we had the personnel around him, he was really good at that. And we will for sure miss that. He was very, very important to what we did. And when we were good, when Callum was good, and we were good, it wasn't only all on Callum, but when we had our positions, when we were, or our portions of the season rather, when we were really clicking, in possession, those portions of the season where we could hold the ball for 2 minutes, as well as be disciplined and stay in. He was a really big part of that, because he would a lot of times play the ball out to, or recycle, or drop in between the center backs, or out wide, but not even between the center backs, mostly out wide of one of the center backs or the other. And he was really important on the field. I'll also say off the field, Colin's one of the guys I'll miss most, for sure. Another guy's just like I said about Nick, one of the guys that really understood what it meant to be a Chattanoogan and a part of the Chattanooga community. He always showed his face last year and this year, whether it was good, bad, or otherwise.
I'll give him a ton of credit, because not everyone was willing to, or wanted to, or maybe it wasn't. I don't know, but Callum always came to the Ultra Club in the dark summer run, and faced the music a little bit. And
he also came to Naked River.
Yeah, I mean,
he was always around.
He was always there. He always got that part of it. And I will miss that, and I will challenge the returners and to remember that that's important here.
It's very important.
In good times, we celebrate together. In bad times, we
mourn together.
We mourn. We come together. But you can't do that unless you do come together.
Amen.
And Callum always got that. And
one of my moments is an off the field moment. I have an on the field moment too. That if one of you doesn't take it, I'll take it. But I think it was Alex's birthday. It might have been Callum's birthday. It was at Naked River. It was one of the couple games that we did an upstairs post game celebration. That was vibes were off. It was too far removed from everybody. But he came up and he was one of the guys who made it cool. And it was really him and Nick in particular. But at one point he came up with a whole tray of beers, or maybe it was 4 beers and he could barely hold it. I don't remember. But him coming up for the whole, because I think they had lost, and Alex was I don't know if I'm gonna get a beer, and Callum was I'm going to get one. And then went downstairs and brought up a whole thing of beers, either on a tray or on a thing. And he set them down, and he's anyway, it was just really good vibes. It was lovely. It wasn't dismissive of the loss. It was just let's have a beer. Let's hang out with everybody. Let's I don't know. It was wonderful. You could definitely tell he was from my perspective, a community builder, a locker room, builder. You could see from my perspective, a guy that people liked, and that we definitely all liked being around, right?
Yeah.
And a guy
that wasn't just him putting on a front here. That was the feedback that we got from Halifax when in his first year as a pro up there. That's just kind of who he is. And for the next club that gets him, that's who he's going to be there too. That's just who he is.
You guys have on the field moments?
No,
I know we talked through some already.
You mentioned about I think you called them a metronome. I would have said he was kind of the engine for a while. That And I do think things changed when Gavin came in.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if that's a position, if that was a position that he was going to be successful for us there.
I mean, like Matt said, we asked him to do a different thing once Alex was out.
Yeah.
And put a lot more weight on his shoulders to be probably deeper and to run a lot more and whatever else. I do have some on the field moments. If you remember last year when we played Philly, and Philly was like top of the league, and we ended up getting a red card. Gene got a red card, and I think we finished the game like 4-0. We lost. Or whatever
It was 3-1.
Whatever. Point being is he played two of the best balls that have ever been played in our MLS Next Pro. I'll just say that period of time. He played these balls into Medi, and Medi was one-on-one twice. And one time the defender made an unbelievable, Mixie, you all right there, buddy? Unbelievable sliding challenge. And the other time, unfortunately, all love, but Medi bumbled it and missed. But he played Medi in one-on-one with the goalkeeper twice. Just unreal, early, like before anyone else saw it. Perfect ball, perfectly weighted. Just the thing that, like, honestly, with Callum, like, when you saw those two balls, you go, he can do that? Why doesn't he do it more? And obviously it's much easier. It's easier said than done. But, like, it was so good, man.
I'm going to tell you guys about something.
That was the moment where you're like, please do that again.
If you were not in Birmingham in preseason.
Oh, yeah, he played. But yeah.
If you were not in Birmingham in preseason, then you missed out because Callum played the best assist I have possibly ever seen in my life to Amzi.
He split the center backs. The two center backs.
Amzi made an outside shoulder run on the left back from his position at right wing. And Callum played the ball between the two center backs for Amzi.
Amzi got it and scored.
So that wasn't. They didn't broadcast. We didn't.
No.
Yeah,
that was an in-person
You had
only.
to be there.
Yeah, but I don't know if I heard you guys talk about it or
We definitely talked a lot about it.
100% did.
Because it was one of those where, like, hope springs eternal, and we had Amzi, and we had who was just unbelievable in the preseason pre-injury, and we had Callum play that ball, and it was like, holy shit, boys, we are back.
It was. I will miss that. Callum, go play that ball every night or every weekend for the rest of your career, man.
Amen.
That was sick.
Happy trail, man. Once a blue, always a blue.
We'll always root for you on this podcast.
I hope the boys don't listen to these, but if they do, I hope you know you are loved, brother. All of you guys are, but Callum, we'll miss you, buddy.
All right, let's move on to Robert Screen.
striker Robert Screen.
Blonde Messi, Robert Screen.
Also, game winner at Birmingham, Robert Screen.
Damn right. Midfielder, it turns out, Robert Screen. Winger, Robert Screen.
Yeah, so
Right back, Robert Screen.
Swiss Army knife.
so
American
Rob,
Army knife, sir.
Yeah. Pardon me.
How dare you?
So Rob ended up with 1 assist and 14 appearances this year. He didn't really feature a whole lot in the back half of the year.
You gonna talk about last year?
This year first. He basically, I think he made his second to last appearance was like, I think Philly away. Maybe that was his last appearance. So, mostly a first half of the season player for us. Man, he played
important player though. He played a lot of.
He played right
positions.
wing. He played in center midfield.
Yeah.
Last year he was predominantly the backup right back. But then when he made a couple appearances at the very end of the season as a substitute in midfield, kind of just a jack of all trades.
Yeah, on the sideline we had a if emergency break glass, and there was a picture of him behind.
Yeah. Absolutely. You'll also remember that he reclaimed his spot because he was not even a break glass games emergency guy. He was just it's a Where's Waldo picture, and then Where's Robert Screen, and then Rod got fired, and then he was like a player, like a main player for us almost in the midfield
For those last
couple of
games.
games.
Yeah.
And then main player for us in the first half of the season this year. And yeah, man, here's the thing I appreciate about him, and I've said this about several players, but he showed up even when he wasn't playing, which I understand is much harder to do because I can't imagine that's a fun way to show up and hang out. and he came to the game, even the final game of the season. He came and hung out, and was there in the Ultra Club and was there with us. And he always showed his face, even when he was in street clothes, to come hang out. And he wasn't obviously always in street clothes, but there were plenty of games where he was that he still showed up, and that meant a lot to me. And yeah, he was another guy who really understood what it meant, I think, to be a Chattanoogan.
Yeah.
Well, there's just something really to like about a player that is willing to just go in and fill where the team needs you. Where and it's just it's not easy. I mean, it is just not all of the players could do that from playing at every level of the game. I mean, striker, midfield, and in defense.
100%.
I mean, not everybody can do that, and it's it's I will think we could likely miss a player like that going forward. I mean,
for sure,
because it's just you never know what injuries are going to happen at this level. You're not going to have a huge roster to have 2 or 3 people at every position, and to have somebody who could step in and do a job. I mean,
glue guy Robert Screen.
Yeah, he'll be missed
for sure.
My story for Robert Screen is, in addition to all of this, is our partners both ran the Moon Pie 5K in Red Bank one morning of a game, and he was out there supporting his girlfriend, and I was out there supporting mine.
You're eating moon pies.
Yeah, they were running, and these two were eating moon pies for sure.
Yeah, definitely, that's what was happening. And it was just good a nice reminder that players are part of this community. Yeah. They do things. They're out and about, and it was good to see him in chat and ahead of a game. And yeah, just class guy. I'll miss him.
Amen.
Cheers. All right, boys, we're down to 4 players. 4 players left on our list. Up next is 2-year player Minjae Kwok. Minjae we were familiar with really for the last 4 years. 5 years, really.
Yeah. Long-time CFC foe.
He was on the team. Yeah. He was on the Cal United Strikers team in 2021.
Yep.
He played for former CFC head coach Peter Fuller at Syracuse in 2022.
Kind of got to love a guy like that.
Incredible.
That's what he'd say about Minjae.
Yeah.
Shout out, Peter.
He went to Canada in 2023 and played for Vancouver FC.
Well, no one's perfect.
Interestingly enough, Vancouver FC made it as the worst team in the CPL this year. Vancouver FC somehow managed to make it to the finals of the Canadian Championship, where they dropped the final to
Forge
Vancouver Whitecaps.
It's always Forge against Whitecaps, actually, usually.
Sometimes. But in doing so, they also qualified because Vancouver finished high enough in the MLS table. They finished top 2 in the MLS table in the Western Conference. Vancouver secured a spot in CONCACAF via MLS. So Vancouver FC of the CPL, the dead last worst team in the CPL, are going to CONCACAF.
That's as CONCACAF as it gets.
I love this. I take back everything I said. This fucking rules.
So next year...
That is incredible.
So next year, Vancouver FC,
and I just like to
via
say,
the Canadian Championship qualifications.
USL teams still can't go to CONCACAF.
Fuck them.
Just like to make sure that everybody knows that.
So Vancouver FC, via the Canadian Championship, is going to CONCACAF. And then the CPL gets 2 spots. One for if you win the league in the regular season, and then one if you win the
Canadian Championship
or the actual Shield, whatever thing. So I think Forge, no surprise, is going to advance on the league side, but they actually got knocked out in the semifinals by Atletico Ottawa, and it's going to be
let's get back to
it's going to be Ottawa versus somebody for the final. I don't know.
That's so CONCACAF.
It's beautiful. Minjae Kwok, 2 seasons for CFC, 36 total appearances. He scored for someone who only scored 2 goals for CFC. They are two of the best
bangers.
goals ever.
Not ever, but two of the best of our pro era for sure.
Certainly, he's got the best, like the highest banger quotient.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 goals
There
scored,
were
2
two,
bangers.
and they were bangers. One was like a scream, like a FIFA scream inducing moment at New England.
Yes, it was.
Where
he started
last year,
where he started at right wing back, I believe, or subbed in at right wing back.
No, it was a start. Just a beautiful curling left footer in the absolute horrendous rain, and then this year in Toronto, scored an unbelievable goal, second goal I think of that game, which was the game winning goal in Toronto this year. Back in May, he fell off at some point in time, and I think actually went back to California a little early. If my Instagram sleuthing is to not be lying to me, but man, two of the best goals you'll see, and they're both Menjay. Best of luck.
Happy trails.
Happy trails.
You got anything from NJ?
No, I just remember him, being, coming in and always providing a shot of energy to the team when he came in. Frequently, we needed something, and he would come in, and there was a little bit of chaos to him.
Yeah.
But
You never knew what he was going to do.
right,
next.
it was a little bit of chaos. But I always remember him coming in and just providing a spark. And I don't remember. I remember the Toronto goal. I don't remember the first one, but I remember that one. And
It's funny. I remember the other way around. I don't remember the Toronto goal. I remember very clearly that because I was there for the
And
Foxborough one.
You were there for both.
Why don't I remember the Toronto goal?
I have a reason. I can imagine why you don't remember
it
the
may have
Toronto
something
goal.
to do with.
Alcohol.
As I recall, you were pretty. I could hear you number one on
were-
the stream.
Oh yes, is that? Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, we could hear you. That, although that's not unusual.
I think you were pretty lit for the Toronto game.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, that's what I remember about him is being a real kind of shot of energy and coming off the bench and having that little bit of like, if I don't know what he's going to do, there's no way the defense knows what he's going to do.
Bingo.
And
Yeah.
so,
I want to add one on the field moment. His layoff for Peter's first goal for the club.
oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
That, my friends, is the moment that I will remember as more than any of them, in part because I think I was there for that one too.
Yeah.
But just the layoff was so perfect, and Peter smashed it home. Then he jumped on those boards, and Alex was in the stand. It was just, man, the most perfect layoff of all time, and won us that game in a lot of ways because that's when it was fully over. But yeah, happy trails, Minjay. And best of luck with whatever's next. Once a blue, always a blue, brother. Cheers.
Jalen James.
I gotta stop trying to sip after the cheers. Keep mistiming this.
39 appearances for CFC, 8 goals, 1 assist in his career.
I know what moment you're gonna mention.
I'm going to go with the hat trick game.
What, preseason?
No, 2024. Miami.
Oh, okay.
We won 6-2.
Oh, yeah.
He had a first half hat trick.
Right, yeah.
And also had an assist in that game.
Yeah. Am I remembering he had a hat trick in preseason? He had a first attack. He came in and had a hat trick in preseason.
I don't think he had a hat trick, but he did have 4 straight games with a goal, I think, or something like that.
There was
Maybe that's what it was.
he
3 or 4 straight games.
He
with
was
a
still
goal.
a trialist when we beat Tormenta in preseason. He earned the penalty and converted the penalty for a 1-0 win there.
In Huntsville. He scored
That was in Huntsville.
in Huntsville. Yeah.
He
Oh yeah, that was Tormenta, not Huntsville. I forgot that. It
Yeah.
was on Huntsville's stupid field.
there was he scored 1 and I think got hurt immediately against an amateur team that preseason. Yeah, he was a lively player. He was an energetic player.
Yeah.
He had a very similar thing to what you said about Minjay, where every time he came in, it was a shot of energy. Because it wasn't quite the same chaos, but it was a similar like drive for goal, drive for goal. He's very direct in a really good way. He could shoot with both feet. He was always gonna get a shot, I felt like. Unlike some guys who are gonna pass up a shot, I always felt like he was gonna take it. And I don't mean that as a negative, I mean that as a positive.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like we didn't, for whatever reason, we did. I think there's more in him as a player, and we did not get.
I agree with that.
We did not get out of him what I think he's capable of.
I agree.
When
We did not see the best Jalen James.
I don't think so.
The 45 minutes that he started and played against Atlanta United this preseason, he was really good.
Yeah.
I thought was okay. We're getting
We're like, oh fuck,
Jalen James has leveled up this offseason. And he got hurt right after that.
Yeah.
And I think getting hurt right after that preseason game, I think it totally kind of took him out of rhythm. It took way longer for him to get into the flow of things, and I just don't think it ever really clicked this year.
Yeah.
One goal, a big one. It was the equalizer against Miami at home. Come on, guys. June. We battled back from a 3-1 deficit to
Dude,
pull.
I don't.
Fucking Matt GPT over here.
Yeah, really.
To be honest, I don't remember the goal.
Actually, 2 goals this year.
He scored earlier on, right? Did he score against Huntsville early on? Who did he score against? First or second game of the season?
I know
No, he was hurt.
it was. I know for a fact it was Miami.
Was that the really pretty curler or smash rather? It was from outside the box.
I don't think it was that one. I think it was a ball in from maybe Stevie to Peter. And then Peter just kind of like flipped it off. Kind of laid it off for him.
And he took one touch and then finished. Yep, I remember this. Or a couple touches and then finished.
Yeah.
I do remember that goal now that you described
I've
it.
got him down for 2, and I don't know what the second one is. Yes, I do. At Philly.
Yeah.
He scored at Philly.
Started in that game. Started up top.
That's a
striker.
Is that 3-3? 3-3, yeah.
Yeah. So he scored.
We were up 3-1.
He scored in 2 games this year, and they both finished 3-3.
Yeah.
Imagine being there.
So yeah, I agree with you. It the best of Jalen James has not been seen on the field yet.
Yeah.
And I think he's got a preseason invite. He's on the list for a camp invite. So maybe we see him back and maybe we're the ones to unlock that from him. Maybe he gets I would imagine if he gets a real offer somewhere that he'll take a real offer as opposed to a preseason camp invite.
That's what all those preseason camp guys
Right.
can and should do.
Everyone's going to be looking for contracts. So, best of luck to Jalen James. Represented us well.
But I think there's more. I think there's more there, and
absolutely,
it'd be great if we saw it here.
Yeah, hopefully we don't see it against us here.
That's right.
Cheers, Jalen. Once a blue, always a blue, buddy. Who do you got next?
Next up is Logan Brown.
Gee, what memory are going to we have of Logan Brown?
Let me tell you, there's only one that matters. In the game that shall never be spoke of again, that man defended Chattanooga's honor and also defended the Chattahooligans' honor, and that man should never buy a drink in the city of Chattanooga ever again.
16 appearances this year, 10 starts, 841 minutes.
He only had 16?
His total...
I felt like he had more.
His total appearances were 26 over the 2 years. 1 assist in his time at CFC. That was the first goal of 2024. It was his assist for Taylor Gray to open up the season.
That's right. I forgot that he started like 6 games to start the season or whatever, and then didn't play until the final 3 games or whatever it was.
I think it was legitimately like just 1 game in the league.
It was 6 including the preseason, I think.
Probably.
Sorry. Yeah, man. Another guy that showed up at the bar no matter what. Almost always, and was around.
You can't tell me that Logan didn't get it.
Oh, Logan got it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And from college player coming in with us, he only played 2 seasons. He didn't play 3. You just 2?
Just 2.
Feels like 3 in a good way. Man, I'll miss Logan. I'll miss Logan the person. I'll miss Logan the player. I'll never forget the game that should not be mentioned. He's the one and only bright spot from that entire thing. Someone who really fucking got it at a level that I can't begin to explain.
Logan, a piece of advice for you. I think you're on the list, on the naughty list for the Open Cup for a couple of games. And now that you are, now that the season is over, you should try really, really hard to get an amateur contract with a team that's currently playing in Open Cup qualifying.
Yep.
To
serve that suspension.
To serve that suspension before you go into a pro team camp this year. That is all I'm going to say.
All I'm going to say is the fact that he got any games and more games than anybody else. Like,
That's
it's fucking bullshit.
horseshit.
Dude. It's horseshit.
Yeah, that was just fucking ridiculous. Everything about that was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, he's the only bright spot of that whole evening.
Well, also, I don't know why we're talking about it because it never happened.
Yeah.
Amen.
All right,
Logan, happy trails, brother. Once a blue, always a blue.
Cheers.
And cheers, buddy. Thank you for your service. And the greatest big head we've ever made with the blue eyes. Greatest big head I've ever met, without a doubt.
I think that's it. That's right. Right. We don't get nobody else to talk about.
I'm gonna fucking cry.
Well, let's do the last one and the hardest one. And
It was hard the last time we did this.
it was.
I don't want to do this one.
It was.
Mama, there goes that man again.
5 seasons at CFC. 18 assists, 60 goals, and 116 appearances.
Wait, how many assists? 18?
18. He wore the 9, the 99, and the 10.
The first and only reasonable heir to the 10.
He played for 3 different head coaches. A feat that only Juan Hernandez can say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, for CFC, yes.
Yeah.
Richard, you could say Richard because Richard played for Bill before, but yes, that doesn't count.
No, not yeah. No.
Yeah, only one.
Yeah.
Only-
He's only one of 2 that have ever played for 3
different CFC head coaches.
CFC head coaches. All 3 coaches in the pro era. His goals are a club record that will be extremely
hard to match.
hard to break. He is 3rd in appearances for CFC. A likely first ballot Hall of Legends nominee.
If he's not, I'm going to riot.
I mean, yeah.
And
Honestly, I
by the way, 18 assists. I don't have it in front of me, but that's probably top 10 too.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. This is a jersey I need to get on my wall. Actually,
And if you're listening, I have a jersey that I need you to sign.
well, I'm not signing that for you.
No, I'm not. You're not signing.
I know what you're saying.
The pride of Norway, Marcus Nilestad.
Man,
He scored, actually, let's do it this way. He had 27 appearances in 2021, 28 appearances in 2022, 32 appearances in 2023, 6 appearances in 2024 when he signed up at the end of the season, 23 appearances in 2025. He is the CFC record holder for goals in a single season, which is 20 in all comps.
CFC record for goal contributions in a season with, I believe, 29.
27.
Where he had 7 primary assists and 20 goals, I believe.
Yeah. In league play and independent cup. in all comps. And yeah,
I'm telling you, the one thing one thing I never forget about him. I don't think. I bet of all, because he was like the free kick taker for a long time. I don't think he missed, if you count the posts and the crossbar, I don't know that he missed the goal more than 2 or 3 times. Like every shot every shot he took was either on goal or hit
The post.
hit wood.
Do you remember how when he hit like 4 or 5 post/crossbars?
I mean, it was. I've never seen anything. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, it's like if we were 25, if we were within 25 yards, he was going to put the ball.
You just felt like he was going to score.
In the frame.
Yeah,
He was going to make the keeper. He was going to scare the keeper, and he was going to hit something if it wasn't hitting the target. I've just never seen anything like it. I mean, Juan could take some mean free kicks.
Yep.
But he could also sky one or miss it. I mean, he never. I mean, Marcus never did that.
And he scored with both feet.
Mm-hmm.
He scored from different angles. He humiliated some defenders and some goalkeepers.
And then he would just score that ugly, that striker's goal where it was just the ball was bouncing around and he just put it.
Fox in the box. Yeah. So Matt and I used to talk about on this pod a lot was that you needed you needed the ball to fall. And if it fell, you wanted it to fall to Marcus. But also you felt like it was going to fall to him because he had the knack of showing up where it was going to fall. Because he knew before you knew where the ball was going to go.
Yeah.
Like if you remember, you would see it and the goalkeeper would go to save it and Marcus would already be there. Or the ball, the defender would go to clear it, and as it was going over, there was one in particular where goalkeeper or a defender went to clear it, went back over the defender's head. Defender should have been the first to react, as he was the one who kicked it. Marcus reacts first, gets around him, finishes it, and it's how does he know? Because between the ears, the guy's different.
that was Albion on a Wednesday night in September of 2022.
Matt GPT, I need a Matt GPT. I need this brought to you by Matt GPT. It's probably time. All the accolades you read, he's 34. He wasn't a starter for the majority of the year, but this sucks.
He's a player that I would like to see have that one day.
8 starts, 19 appearances, 793 minutes, 2 goals, 1 assist this year.
Yeah.
I would love to have him come like a one day thing and play a friendly.
Me too. I want
so he could be clapped off.
I would really like him to get a testimonial type of game, or like you said, on a 1 day contract where he does come in for a real MLS Next Pro appearance and you get to have the last moment, or a friendly, obviously too. Yeah. I don't care what it's in, but it would be dope to honor him in some way. I realize
you don't know. With most players, you don't know when the last time they walk off the pitch for you is going to be.
Yes.
And he's a player that we should know.
Yes. He deserves that. And I think we deserve that on some level too. Yeah. He's a guy that I don't know what he's planning to do post-career. I
don't know if
his career's over.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I mean post-career, I mean now or 5 years from now, whatever it is. I hope, selfishly, that he chooses to retire here. I don't know. I have no idea what he plans to do.
He's lived here for 5 years now.
He has. And he lived the last time that he was out of contract. He stayed here. And he played the last 6 games of the season. Man.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a particular moment that you want to talk through? I'll say one. This year, the goal when he finally got off the mark, not in the Open Cup, the later on in the season, the vintage ball over the top, take it early, smash, wonderful technique to score was just so much wonderful nostalgia. It was his one league goal of the year.
I feel really bad because I was in the stands and I completely missed that. I turned around and I think we'd won the ball back really quickly or something like that. And I had turned, and everyone started cheering, and I turned back, and I was like, "Oh, what happened?" And I felt bad that that's the last goal he scored for CFC.
The other thing is the ice cold penalty. And most penalty takers have a way they take a penalty, right? Most penalty takers have a particular like style, especially those who are like the dedicated penalty kick taker for a team will have one way they do it, generally. Marcus took penalties in about 19 different ways. Sometimes he stuttered. Sometimes he didn't stutter. Sometimes he went full bore. Sometimes he took a little shorter run up. Sometimes it felt like, I don't know if it was truly longer, but it felt like a longer run up. Maybe it was just pacing. I loved that. And he would go high. He would go low. He would go corner. He would go, a lot of times he would just rip it like in the side, but not so far to the side where like he just kicked it so hard the goalkeeper couldn't get to it no matter how early they dove.
Yeah. Two things I'm going to always remember. One, a certain celebration after.
You talking about the worm? or are you talking about him holding his knee as if it was hurt, making fun of Tenda Makruva after he came in?
And the absolute, his social media game. I always look forward if we were away. Of him showing up in some grocery, he's in some grocery store.
The Tide in Walmart, where the fan tried to shit on the Walmart and be like, that must be, those fucking Tennessee Walmarts or whatever looking trashed. And he was like, I was in a Walmart in Syracuse or wherever it was. Like, because they said, and then it was I think that was the same one where it was like grass stains and he showed Tide and they tried to shit on it. And then he was just so, yeah. So
I know
great.
That's not on the pitch stuff. Well, except for the celebration was on the pitch. But
how do you choose between the 60 goals? I mean, like.
By the way, the penalty he scored to win the game against Michigan Stars that started that whole brouhaha.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That was his second ever goal for CFC.
Oh, was it really?
You got a suspension for that, remember?
Yes, he did.
Honestly, that
Yes,
first
he did.
year,
Yes, he did.
was pretty tough.
Yeah. Because we played a style that did not help him.
No. And he scored in the Legends Cup in that first
Jesus.
game against LA Force. And then he scored that goal against Michigan Stars. And I don't think he scored again until 2 goals in the semifinal.
That was his second goal.
Yeah.
And Makruva had been down all game pretending he was hurt, wasting time. And he went down in front of him and was like rolling around on the ground like he was doing the worm and holding his leg.
It's not what you want a player to do.
As I recall.
I loved it so much. And that was the beginning of our rivalry with our one true rival.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
God.
You can draw a direct line from
God.
the Michigan Stars fight to Detroit City being a USL championship team.
Yes.
You can.
Yes.
And you could say Marcus helped them promote.
Unequivocally, that is true.
Because that's the game they took off, right?
They forfeited. They forfeited the next game.
Mad.
He was so mad that they refused to travel the next game. Yes. Not he being George Yunkai, the owner of Michigan Stars.
And Detroit was like,
no,
we're not.
Marcus made them so mad that they didn't travel the next game, and that is when we know that they started going, we have to get out of here.
Yeah. Yep.
That was
and
the moment. Well, that and
Marcus, man, I will also.
I'm gonna go. That's got to be on the YouTube somewhere.
I hope it is.
Just remember that if Charlotte Independence ever make any crown jokes, just remember who the one King George is.
George Yunkai.
In his was it red Prada shoes? His little red
whatever
shoes?
they were. And
the nuclear codes in the briefcase with like the Adidas track jacket.
The Porsche jacket.
So good.
Man, Marcus has seen some shit.
Oh man.
No, Marcus is actually, so to take this back to him, Marcus has actually seen like really like the rapid growth of CFC.
It's been here the whole time in a lot of ways.
Because the budget situation 2021. I mean, this is pre-Davis. Pre-Davis as majority owner was really difficult. And it got a little bit better those next 2 years in NISA. But that was when we were on the path to figure out what our future was. And then, you see where we've come now 2 years in MLS Next Pro. Marcus has been there for all of it.
Yep.
And if you think about like a player, like, Juan was that player for so long, of like the player that you thought was synonymous with CFC. And Marcus became that player.
Oh yeah, he took the
mantle.
He took the mantle, yeah.
And now he's passing the torch. And in a lot of ways now it's Alex McGrath.
It is Alex McGrath now.
Yeah.
It's Alex. Actually, it's so.
And Richard before Richard retired.
So it was. Richard passed. Richard was a part of that same era, right? As Marcus, and it's Richard and Marcus in a lot of ways. It's kind of a two-headed monster. A lot of times, Juan being the passing the torch, and then it becomes Richard and Marcus, and then it kind of becomes Alex and Marcus a little bit, and then it's now gonna. I think, assuming Eldon comes back, and that's a thing we don't know. But if Eldon comes back, it's Eldon and Alex.
Eldon, Alex, and Fareed.
It's Eldon and Alex, I think, and I think for the average person, the Eldon and Alex.
I will not stand for the Tate. And for the
what I'm saying is, for the average fan on the street, they are more likely to recognize Eldon because of the heroics, because of the large reactions and the iconic moments.
Large size.
The large size. I'm not trashing anybody's contribution.
I will not abide the Tate erasure.
Okay. My point being is, like, I think that you have guys that are the emblematic, and Tate is absolutely, thank God he's coming back. He's one of the guys that I think most people should recognize. He was the best player in the league, best defender in the league, and arguably the best player in the league.
I think you could arguably make the case that he was the league's most valuable player.
Yep,
yeah, most valuable non-goalkeeper. No, I'm not pitting Eldon and Tate together. But Marcus was the guy who, like, scored the goals and who had the iconic celebration, the golf, the hit the corner flag. I think people know who, when Marcus, if you listen to the pop in Finley Stadium when Marcus comes in, like, people know who Marcus is.
Sure. Yeah.
In a way that, like, very few guys.
Which is another reason why we deserve
a Marcus send-off.
Another shot at showing him that.
I hope that they find a way.
Not during a league game.
I
draw the line, but there should be a thing. There should 100% be a thing.
I don't know how to do it, and I hope some smart people will get together and figure out how to do it. I think he deserves a send-off, and we deserve a send-off. And obviously, he might be playing professionally next year, and so it won't work. But when he hangs it up someday, I hope we get that opportunity. It'd be dope if it's next year, if it works out for whatever reason. My hope is if he decides to hang it up, he sticks around and coaches at the academy and does whatever else. But I don't know what he wants to do. But man, what a legend, what a CFC legend. And we are a greater club for having had him here. He is an indelible, irreplaceable piece of our history and our story. And we are now a slightly lesser club with him having left, because he's a big piece of that story. And yeah, he'll leave very, very, very big boots to fill.
Yeah.
Because he's got to be he's tops in goals, maybe top 10 in assists, and he's got to be top.
I wouldn't be
2 or 3 shit house.
Yeah, for sure.
We've had some.
And he's the best shit talker online we've ever had, for sure.
Top
most surgical nuclear shit talker we've ever had. Cheers, Marcus. Thank you for everything. I suspect you'll hear this because I know what kind of a sicko you are. We've had you on the podcast, and yeah, love you, man. Maybe we'll, if you end up sticking around in Chattanooga and it becomes appropriate, we'd love to have you on the show to chat. Is that everybody? That's where we're closing it, right?
That is our list. We have 10 returners. We'll talk about them later. We've got, I think, 6 more in the negotiations pile that we will talk about later. And I think that's a really good place to leave it for goodbye season.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you, listeners. If you are a player or family member of a player that was listening to this, potentially one of the leavers, one of the goodbyers, thank you. Thank you if you're a family member of of a player. There's, we're obviously going to miss the player, but we're going to miss you guys too. A lot of you guys made impacts on us as well. So once a blue, always a blue extends to family, to obviously to players, and we wish all of you the best wherever you go. Thank you for your time, for your courage, for your commitment, and for everything you gave to CFC.
And I said this on the Twitter, and I'll say it again: if you're a former player, you should never have to buy a ticket. So
Agreed.
If you need one, you can get into my DMs, and I got a ticket for you. And I'm sure these guys in Chattanooga's got tickets for a family, and y'all should never have to buy a ticket again.
Agreed. You want to come to a CFC game? We want to have you. And please come to. If one of you ends up in town for whatever reason, you can't come to 109. We would love to have you guys, or come hang out with us pregame. Like, you're still a part of the just because you've left, potentially doesn't mean you can't come and still be a part of the family.
Yep.
Post-game, pregame, whatever. All right, listeners, viewers, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We love you guys. We'll be back soon. Peace.